Hello everybody, Mobius1 here, bringing you another Star Wars Galaxies emulator video. Today we're talking about part 2 of the Event Promoter NPCs. If you haven't watched the first part of the Event Promoters, it's actually probably just the last Galaxies video that I did, go watch that one first, just so you know, get a brief overview of what these NPCs are and where to find them, because I'm not going to go over all that information again. What we're going to talk about in this video in particular are the games and supplies, I think they are. So let's see. Games and supplies. So these include standalone gaming devices as well as supplies to help you with running your own games or events. These include various gaming droids, beacons to call shuttles, and chests that you can stock, place, and hide for others to find. So this is actually really cool, and I hadn't actually played with all of these prior to them being added to the emulator. So I had to do a little bit of experimenting with them to figure out how they all worked before I recorded this video, but I think I got it all now. So I'm going to say rent games and supplies, and we get a pretty nice list here. Jukebox, 25,000. Yeah, we're going to get one of those. Unfortunately, you have to go through the whole menu again. Capture the Flag game, also 25,000. Going to get one of those. Lottery droid, 25,000. We'll get it. Games and supplies again. Now, shuttle beacon utility. I'm not going to get one of these, but I do want to explain it real quick. Shuttle beacon, what it is it's a thing that you place on the ground, and it actually allows other players to shuttle to the beacon. How cool is that? So basically, if you're having an event out in the middle of nowhere, and it's like a really long drive from the nearest starport, make sure you rent one of these. Go out to wherever your event is, like the Death Watch bunker or the Geo Cave. I don't even know like where you would want to place it, and it probably has like a no build zone around it. But yeah, you throw this down, and then other players can actually purchase shuttle tickets to your beacon from like another starport or shuttle port on the planet. Really handy for stuff like that. And then we get a bunch of different treasure chests, all the same price, but they all have different I guess, appearances. So you have radiological shielding, humanoid skeleton, sparking, technical, standard, and crate. Let's go with... We have to go with the humanoid skeleton. And we'll get one more. Whoops. We'll get the radiological shielding because I'm not sure what that looks like. Alright, and as always, you can only have a total of 5 things rented at a time, so even if I try to get the shuttle beacon, you cannot rent any more items right now. I would have to destroy one out of my inventory before I could grab that. So, let's go out. I'm going to go out to the same little courtyard that we used in the last video, and we'll play around with these a little bit. Okay, so now that I'm out here, I've got a couple other people in this video along with me. Well, you know, if you're schizophrenic or whatever. Kettler over here is one of my alts who's an Imperial. Cash over here is a Rebel, is going to be helping me demonstrate something in just a minute. But before we get to that, I'll show you guys the lottery droid, because this one's pretty cool. So, place the lottery droid on the ground, just like you would deploy anything else, and open up the radio menu on this. You get a couple options. Lottery setup will start here. So, select the length of time you want the lottery to run. The timer will start when you begin the game. When the game ends, the payout will be distributed. So you get to choose how long it runs for. 1 hour, anywhere from 1 hour to a week. So we're just going to do an hour, but I don't think we're going to be waiting for that. And then, here's the really interesting thing. Select the percentage of the total pot you would like to pay out to the winner of the lottery. After the game closes, your take of the pot will be automatically transferred to your bank account. So the owner of the lottery droid actually gets to choose what percentage of the pot goes to the winner of the lottery and what percentage the owner keeps. So you can skim off the top of the lottery, which I think is amazing. So I think Cash is going to get on this just to demonstrate it. I mean, you know, whatever. We'll do 100% to the winner. Winner takes all. All right, and enter the amount you wish to charge per entry to the lottery. All credits received from the lottery entries will be added to the pot. So you could put in, I think, any amount, but we'll just put in 1,000 credits. Okay. So it says 1,000 credits will be charged for each individual entering the lottery. You could then add bonus credits to the pot. So if I wanted, we'll throw in 5,000. So basically what this means is there's going to be a base of 5,000 credits in the pot, and then anybody who opts in pays 1,000 credits to get a chance at winning the entire pot. So the pot goes up as people opt in. So here you go. Lottery setup. First select how long. Yeah, between 1 hour and 7 days. Basically everything that I just explained is right here. And that's it. Start lottery. So now, if you have to register, you can you view all that info? Oh, look at that. It shows you all the info. There are currently 0 people registered for this lottery. The jackpot currently stands at approximately 5,000 credits. The lottery will end in under 1 hour. Registration for this lottery costs 1,000 credits, with some or all of registration adding to the jackpot. Alright, so let's register. You may register for this lottery at a cost of 1,000 credits. When the lottery is over, the winner will have the jackpot automatically transferred to their bank account. Select lottery information for full details of this game. Would you like to register for this lottery at a cost of 1,000? Sure. There you go. And yeah, there are currently 2 people registered, so Cash registered. I'm gonna leave Kettler out of it, so it's basically split between the 2 of us. But how awesome is that? And I guess anybody can add bonus credits to the pot, so anybody can come along and just deposit credits in that. And you can see the jackpot is now up to 7,000 because the 2 of us put our 1,000 in. All right, so that's a lottery droid. Really simple, but interesting to something to have in the game, so that if you're doing some sort of giveaway or something, people can use that. All right, next up we have our scavenger hunt things. We'll drop our humanoid skeleton first, followed by our radiological shielding. Well, it looks kind of like a bomb or something. All right, so here's our skeleton. Here's our reactor core access. And what these are, I believe, show expiration timer. Yeah, so it's the same, right? Like, it's the same 8 hours. Let me reclaim these. These you can actually reclaim the deeds. Yeah, so it's the same 8 hours that you get for any sort of thing, like deed or rental that you get from the event promoter. But what's interesting about these is the owner of these can open them up, just like you can with any sort of inventory, and then you can place items into the containers. So I'm just going to place some pants and a skirt and a vest in here, and that's it. So now what's interesting about these chests, they actually behave a little bit differently than your average inventory containers. I'm going to try and get the other game client in here. So if I open up Kettler's screen here, if I come over and interact with this corpse now, I can see all 4 of the items that are in that chest. But watch what happens if I try to take them. If I try to take these pants, look at that. I took them. Pretty simple, right? That's standard how what is it? That's how an inventory container would work. However, if I try to take another item, you've already taken your reward from this chest. That's it. You can only take 1 item out at a time, and you cannot place items in. You do not have permission to add items to this container. So only the owner can add items, and everybody else can only take 1 item at a time. So if you're doing like some sort of game where you need somebody to like go visit a location or something, and you need proof that they've been there, you can place like one of these scavenger hunt props at that location and say, hey, when you get there, make sure you get something out of this chest or this crate or this skeleton or whatever, and that them having that item will be proof that they've been there. And you could put a bunch of items in that chest and have a bunch of people go out there, and you're guaranteed that someone won't troll and like empty the container out so that nobody else can prove that they've been there. These are great ways to handle that. I also like to, whenever we have like guild events, we like to give participation trophies to people, which are just like little something that they can put in their house that says they've attended the event. This is a great way to distribute something like that so that you make sure, hey, everybody, before you leave, you could grab a trophy from this chest here on your way out the door or something like that. It's just really cool, and it's really cool that you can place them outside and not necessarily in a house. Okay, but here's the cool one. The one that you've probably been waiting for, and this is the Capture the Flag game. So, unfortunately, you can't deploy this real close to other rentals, so I have to try to find... Wow, how far does it want me to go? Oh, I'm next to a building now. Huh. Let's try going over to the left. Here we go. Okay, so the Capture the Flag rental. Let me call him over. Capture the Flag game. We do game setup. Whoops. Alright, so you choose a time limit. Anywhere 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 60 minutes. We're just going to do 10 minutes. Alright? That's it. That's the only option. And then you choose Start Game. So how does this work? First of all, the Capture the Flag game, to my slight disappointment, can only be played by overt or special forces, rebels, and Imperials. Thus the reason we have both a rebel and Imperial here. Otherwise, I would not be able to demonstrate this for you. So, once I start this game, the game is on. Good luck to both teams. That system message actually pops up for everybody in the area. So both Cash and Kettler here just got that message, and he will probably be claiming this flag. Yeah. Alright. So I cannot interact with this. Oh, there he goes. So the rebels have secured control. All you have to do to claim the flag, you just interact with it with the radial menu. Now, there is a slight delay. So if I try to claim it on Kettler right now, there it is. The Imperials have secured control. So that's about like a 10-second delay or something like that in between when you can flip it. And then at the end of the time, when time runs out, the flag will actually remain as whichever team ended up in control of it. So like this, it will not go back to a neutral flag like I thought it would. It actually would stay, in this case, as a rebel flag. And anybody can interact with the flag to view the score. And the score for each team is determined by how long that team was in control of the flag. So I think this is pretty cool. I think it's even more fun if you rent multiple flags and go around like maybe your guild city or something and place a flag at each corner of the city or like at each major building. So like place one in front of the cantina, place one in front of the hospital, place one in front of the guild hall. And just like basically you're playing like a territory game where you're trying to take over different like sections of your city. I think a game like that would be really fun. And then at the end of the game, you add up all of the scores for each of the individual flags, because technically the game counts each flag as its own game. So it wouldn't do that sort of math for you, but it's definitely not difficult to do yourself. Yeah. So that's Capture the Flag. This is going to run for a total of 10 minutes. You cannot stop the game early. I can take the flag back, though. There. Imperials have secured control. We'll, yeah. The last thing that I want to show you is the jukebox. Now, unfortunately, you cannot place a jukebox outside. You can only place it indoors, which is why I picked up this house, which I don't have lots for, so I'm going to have to transfer it to Kettler here. We'll have Kettler place this house real quick. to have him add me to admin real quick. Let's see if this works. We're testing while recording. Testing on the fly. Alright, so now that I'm on admin, let's see if I have permission to drop a jukebox. No, of course I can't. It's not my house. I don't think I can trade it to Kettler either, can I? Nope. Alright, so I'm going to have to demonstrate that somewhere else. But, yeah. That's it. Let's wait out this flag timer, and then I'll be able to show you guys the scores, and then I'll go do the jukebox. Oh, and actually, I forgot. I used Kettler to get 2 more things from the event promoter. Both an Imperial recruiter and a Rebel recruiter. So if you do plan on doing some sort of event like this, you can rent these as well, so that when people show up to the event, they don't have to go overt or special forces or whatever somewhere else and then come back to the event. Or if they die, they don't have to fly somewhere to go overt and then come back. You can just plop these down like outside of the cloning facility, and there they go. They can change faction status right at your event, which is amazing also. Just all these little things that make the game, hosting events a little bit more convenient. Alright, so there's the system message. Time expired, the rebels have won. And if we interact with the flag now, we have a new option, show scores, which show the Imperials with a score of 3 and Rebels with a score of 36. And again, that's just because of how long the Rebels held the flag compared to the Imperials. And then I do believe because the Rebels had the flag at the end of the game, they get some sort of bonus. I'm not sure what the math is, but it always seems, the total always seems to come out to about 40 points. You can see this comes to 39. So I'm not exactly sure what the formula is to calculate the points, but it's definitely based on control time, and I definitely think there's like a bonus given to whoever has it at the end. And then you can play again if you want to, though I do want to point out that if you do start a game again with the same flag, it will start in the same, like whatever faction was in control of it in the end of the last game will still be in control of it at the start of the next game. So it does not start as a neutral flag, and even picking up the deed and placing it again does not reset the ownership. It maintains the team even after you redeed it, which is kind of surprising to me. I'm not sure if that's a bug or not, but at least for now, at the time of this video, that does happen. Alright, let's go see a jukebox. Okay, so we made it back to a house that I actually own the rights to, and we're gonna slap down a jukebox somewhere. How about right here? Right in the middle. Right there. Drop. Ha! It worked. Okay, so now that we have a jukebox, let's make sure our music volume is actually on. Maybe not that loud, though. I don't want YouTube to get mad at me. And now we will... Whoa. Okay. Is operate jukebox not the same as use? I guess not. I guess you can't just use a jukebox. You have to operate jukebox. Start music? Okay, here we go. So here... Whoa. Whoa! Look at the list! Emperor's Theme, Chamber Music, Hard Rock, Theed Palace, Medley, Oda Gunga, Star Wars Intro, Naboo Celebration, Primitive Celebration, Pod Race, Figrindan 1, Figrindan 2, these are the Cantina Band songs, by the way, Corellian Soothing, Naboo Soothing, Tatooine Soothing, Max Rebo 1, Max Rebo 2, these are the Jabba's Palace Band songs, by the way, Romance 1, Romance 2, Romance 3, Satisfaction 1, Satisfaction 2, XR Theme, Exploration, Humor 1, Humor 2, Lay's Theme, Evil Ambience, Eerie Ambience, and Lock Theme. It's a lot of themes. Let's just do the pod race. Okay, YouTube. Let's not get carried away there. Can we just choose another track while that one's going? Let's medley. No, what's hard rock? That's so cool. Oh my god, primitive celebration. This has to be like the Ewok celebration. And the best part about this is that anyone in the building can hear this music as long as their music volume is turned up. That is... I love jukeboxes. I love them. If any of you have watched like my Publish 8 is Coming videos or the Publish 8 patch notes videos, and I seem to be like really excited about jukeboxes, and it was kind of like a joke. I was not joking. I love jukeboxes. Just like for a guild meeting or something to put on like the Emperor's theme. It's like, imagine you're getting your guild together for like a PvP raid or something, and you're like going over your plans like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to wipe them out. All of them. Do it. I don't know. What's medley? Alright, I mean, I'm definitely not going to go through all of these options. Naboo Soothing. Oh, the soothing themes, those are the image designer tents. So this is the music that plays inside the Naboo image design tent. So let's do a Corellian Soothing. That is very soothing. I like that a lot. And who doesn't like the lock theme? That's so good. Alright, and the last thing I guess I'll point out about the jukeboxes before we try to get away with making a video that doesn't get hit with a copyright strike is that if you modded any of your music, because I did have a video talking about how to make music mods, which you can click on the little thing there to watch that video if you haven't before. Since this is pulling from those music files, if you do have any music modded and you choose that song, it's going to play that song. So when I choose Figure and Van 1, it's not going to play the Cantina Band song because I have my Cantina music modded. Instead, it's going to play this. Because nothing is funnier than when you walk into Mos Eisley Cantina expecting to hear the standard Cantina music, and instead, you get hit in the face with some techno. Alright. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys learned something. We're definitely going to do some sort of events with some of these in the future, but you guys are more than welcome to go to an event promoter, pick these up yourselves, and just have fun with your friends. That's the whole point of the game. Something else to do to have fun. So, that's it. The jukebox does only last 8 hours, by the way, like the rest of them. So, unfortunately, you don't always have one in your house, but enjoy it while you can. Mobius1 here. I'll see you next time.